Round one of Pool B, sweeps for AJ and First Killer over Wisty and Zapatos. We now have round two, AJ and Zapatos on my stream, First Killer and Wisty over on Rizzo's. Chat, here we go. AJ is ready. AJ stepped out of the match for a bit and then came back, and this is definitely what he was cooking up. He was cooking up a Sentio of his own. He has taken Zapatos' power and uses it for himself. He saw the quad reset that happened earlier against First Killer, and he knows that it's all in the car. Mine had an extra goal. Take one away. Oh, it does. It does. I forgot to remove one of the goals. That's a good point. We were in the test lobby, and Zapatos had scored one. But AJ does get it. Basically a two-pointer at the start of this game. Rigged indeed. Full field air dribble from AJ. Oh my goodness. He is in fuego as well. Optic AJ picking up right where FaZe First Killer left off in the match against Zapatos. Is the Sentio making it to RLCS? I mean, AJ, he knows. He knows the Sentio is the real deal. Can First Killer stop the bleed? Or sorry, can Zapatos stop the bleeding early enough to not have to play from behind? That's going to be the story of today's game. Look at this carry. Zapatos covers it, though. Because Zapatos did find his stride. It just came after the series was already lost. So he needs to find it a bit earlier against AJ. But he's going to have to do it against the Optic Green Sentio. AJ is using the titanium white Zombas versus Zapatos. I don't know what titanium white wheels those are, but they're not the Zombas. A first goal for Zapatos. He takes it away at the midfield. Is this something that AJ could have trouble with? I mean, he actually flipped into this 50, but there's a chance that he's not used to the plank 50s, especially when you try and stay grounded with them. Yama mains. Is that how you say that? Ya mains? No, just Ya mains. I added an extra bond there. AJ, 180 backflip for a flick. Zapatos just plays with speed to get it over the top of him. AJ thought he could turn into challenge, but he needed to rush back the way Zapatos was moving. AJ used to be a Dom main. Yeah, he did play a bit of Dominus. I think the big controversy of when AJ in the Pro Drops tournament switched from a car mid-series was when he was in a Dominus and switched back to either an Octane or a Fennec, I forget which one, in the middle of the series. AJ camera check to see, is Zapatos going to try and stop him from wall to air dribbling? And he is. In fact, he's going to steal his air dribble away. AJ falling back to net, but he's not going to be able to get any sort of redirection on the save, and then he's going to get punched into the ground by Zapatos. Zapatos is Mr. Anti-Air. He does not like to have people attacking him through wall to air dribbles. You'll see him go all in to get that pinch as the ball rolls up the side wall in order to stop people from dribbling. But apparently you'll also see him just take away the setups as he steals AJ's setup and makes it his own to take a 3-2 lead. Likely going to drive through AJ here. It didn't surprise me at all. That was the play he went for. AJ kind of scrambling behind the ball. At that point, it doesn't really matter where the ball bounces to when you know for sure you're going to be able to demo that player and then figure it out later. Zapatos, the zap dash not helping at all in this case. AJ just booms one right over the top of him. Zapatos probably needed to just get in net quicker. It's going to be a tough play no matter what. Wisty apparently taking game number one over on Rizzo's stream. After that performance we just saw from First Killer, it is a bit of a surprise to imagine him losing to anybody, let alone somebody who just got swept in their own right. AJ, a 3-0 win over Wisty. Wisty is a solid player, not dropping any series in the qualifier. But imagine going to have a tough time against the top NA players on their server. It's always been a point of conflict for KV1 even. He does well against, top 100, top 20-ish North American ones players, but as soon as he's in lobbies with the top 5 and having to play them on 140 ping, it becomes too much. What a save from AJ. AZapatos can't keep this offense going. He has to have a creative power slide to half flip in order to not be completely out of position after a missed landing. AJ now, can he get around this to set up an aerial? First touch, far too strong to continue, so he does just fall to the ground. AZapatos will catch and take it to the net. AZapatos 5-3 in this game number 1. A minute 30 left to go. Thank you for the brand new Prime, Galax Jackson. Much appreciated. Fake kick up for AZapatos. What boost is Zap using? I think chat will tell you. Not sure. Chat or item pros. Anytime an item is brought up, they always seem to find a way. Is Sentio Plank? Yes, it is. Comment. See, there you go. Too many Pelican. Is it a painted version of a boost? It seems like it's got to be, right? Sky blue, maybe, or... Wait, unpainted? There's just a boost that perfectly matches AZapatos' color theme. Camera check from AZapatos to see if AJ is actually going to come to the back wall, which he is. So AZapatos just turns and demos him. This is such a cheeky demo from AZapatos. He says, oh, you're going to come in? No, you're not. And then I'll figure it out afterwards. I don't care about the boost as long as you're dead. AZapatos probably matched the color scheme to the boost. Nah, no way. No way he took the boost and then matched all of his color scheme, because like his Twitter matches it. The picture of his, shoe matches it. That's like his logo. It'd be so... I mean, I guess it's possible. I guess it's possible he looked at the boost, loved it, and then made his entire brand after that color scheme. But it's probably the other way around. Probably just lucky that the boost matches his colors. Dot from AZapatos. He did not like this wave dash kickoff that he had. Cute, says AJ. Wave dash kickoff from both. This time it favors AZapatos, and AJ basically own goals, and AZapatos is going to try and let him own goal. I think he wanted it to roll in and have it be off of AJ's touch, but AJ was going to make it back to that ball if AZapatos doesn't force it in. In fact, he did get slight movement on it. Just couldn't slow it down. Lots of great own goals. Yeah, the EU own goals. Moxie had an own goal earlier today for the absolute ages. And that's just got to be one of the best own goals I've seen in a while. AZapatos, though, shaking off what was a tough series. Sounds like he's doing the same thing that Wisty did after getting swept. He's not letting it get to his head, and immediately showing that of the two Sentios on the map today, AZapatos is the better one. Will we see Sentio again from AJ? Will he play AZapatos' game? Will he go back to an Octane or Fennec? We'll have to see. It is going to be a Sentio again for AJ. Maybe a point of pride to prove that he can do it in AZapatos' car. When these two played, I don't know if they ever played against each other at Turf Wars, but they both played at Turf Wars. And AJ had a ton of respect for AZapatos. Air dribble. Musty doesn't connect. Ooh, he tried the zap dash as well. He's trying to match him in more ways than just one. But AJ has said at that tournament, AZapatos, I think, went up 2-0 on Razebull before Razebull reverse swept him. AJ said if AZapatos had been able to hold on to that series, he was going to win the tournament. Because that was just how AZapatos was playing at the time. He had improved so much, it felt like, even over the course of the weekend, was playing really well. Just needed to hold Razebull off and could not. AJ is flying around the map right now. AZapatos on a wall to air dribble. We know what he's capable of here. He goes for the pogo shot. Not the conventional shot that pops the ball high, but this time taps it underneath AJ. AZapatos has always been solid with his pogos. Second best to the immaculate Dark. Nobody comes close to Dark, though. AJ going to get that first goal. This game number 2. AJ just winning the race to the midfield and slamming the ball off the back wall to take advantage of his 100. AZapatos, smooth catch. Wanted to take the ball to the opposite post, but AJ was able to cover it. It's AJ dare try and take a shot here without much boost to work with, but he knows AZapatos is coming a bit awkwardly off the back wall. AZapatos, there's that flick. A bit of height, and I think he would have made it past AJ, but AJ does get a touch. And now off the bounce into an air dribble. AJ full field, he's out of boost. So he takes the ball to the ground early, tries to go for a bump, but needed a hit on it. A lot better than that. AZapatos makes sure to get a feathery soft touch such that the angle for the long shot is still available after picking up the midfield. Half-flip kickoff for AJ. Down 3-1 against AZapatos. AZapatos chip off the back wall. Recognizes right away that he cannot steal boost, that he needs to prioritize just not letting AJ take into his net. He does cover it in time, using that zap dash to catch back up here. Slight delay shot. AJ has it covered. Full field dribble. AJ can't resist. Never has been able to. And not even when he's in the Incentio. The Sentio. AJ tried to go near post. AZapatos covered it. AJ has another boost advantage, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be a AZapatos goal. AJ has not been able to match AZapatos Sentio so far. Incentio does sound like a Harry Potter spell. That's exactly the first thing that came into my head as well. I think because Incendio is like it's from the Harry Potter game. Something like that. AJ. Full field counter. A save on a flick. And a continuation directly to the net. AJ has been trying to match AZapatos on the wave dash kickoff, something that is hard to do. AJ collects, pops into an air dribble, threatens the bump, and it's crossbar down. Doesn't get better than this in terms of air dribble bumps. AZapatos didn't give him the respect of going up to jump up there just to get slammed down, but one of the reasons why is because he's banking on that ball being too high. He sees how high AJ's dribbling in. He's like, there's a chance the crossbar saves that for me. I'm not going to go up there. But he'd be wrong as AJ finds the perfect angle into the net and now has tied the game. This time AJ does win the wave dash kickoff. Got to give credit where credit is due. He's been trying to match AZapatos and he succeeded. AZapatos losing this kickoff into his back corner. AJ with no boost is going to get a goal. AZapatos expecting AJ to back off of this one. That is not what happens. AJ, a little bump, a 6th goal. AZapatos just in an awkward spot. Didn't feel like he could side flip the challenge. Didn't feel like he had time to turn back and retreat. So he just sits a good distance away from the ball before AJ just scores. Make it 7-4 for AJ. AZapatos, normally anti-air extraordinaire, this time could not stop AJ from taking the ball to the ceiling. Once again, tries to be that classic anti-air that he is normally. He dives at the wall, stop those dribbles. AJ, great placement. I mean, AJ had what felt like the entire net open. If he just went to the bottom right of it, I don't see a world where AZapatos saves it, but instead, he takes it right back to him and puts it over the top of him in the top left. AZapatos bumping AJ into the corner. AJ able to get just enough of it. Should force AZapatos all the way to his back wall. These two reset on boost. AJ pre-jumping. Gets a ceiling reset. AZapatos playing it patient, and he certainly has to have more boost in the tank than AJ now. He recognizes that AJ is just being a total madman. And he can just wait patiently for AJ to finally tucker out. 0 boost left over. It'll be AZapatos for the 5th. Missed wave dash. That's another one for AZapatos. Within 2 now. AZapatos popping the ball really high. That backflip. Being chased down by AJ. AJ passes the ball to him again on the side wall, something that AZapatos has made a habit of stealing. He does not let AJ get any sort of setup. And I don't know if AJ was even going to be able to follow it up. 20 boost, and probably was going to have to just leave it anyways. 40 seconds. AZapatos. What a miracle run this would have been, coming down from 8-4. He could have tied it up, but instead, it is AJ who maybe is securing the game by extending it just a little bit off the back of poor execution from AZapatos. I think he just missed his approach to that kickoff. Bumps this time. AZapatos! What a strong Sentio to send AJ away from a standstill, but ultimately could not find the window for a goal. And AJ, nice pre-flip to play keep away. 10-7. Certainly AJ will be tying up this series. Really continue to do it in the Sentio. At this point, seems like there's no reason for AJ to stop. Off the inside of the wall. 316 around the map. 10-7 seems to be the scoreline for game number 2. AZapatos might get one more, make it 10-8. No, he won't. He'll drop it on the ground. A best of 3 left to decide which one of these two guys grabs a win in pool play. Game number 3 in the Battle of the Sentios. AJ gonna get his wall to air dribble. It can't be stopped this time as he falls from the ceiling. Gonna get the touch on the bounce. So now it'll be up to AZapatos to stay in control of this as he comes off the back wall. He does not do that. Ends up losing it back to AJ. Nice pre-flip into the shot. I actually felt like AJ was trying to get the reset, but instead launched the ball with that first flip. AJ reset near the ceiling, falling perfect position in net. Couldn't keep it high enough to prevent AZapatos' double jump from saving it. AZapatos zap dashing his way past the ball this time around. Now AJ, can he match the quad reset we saw from AZapatos earlier? Might not be a quad reset, but it is a goal. As AJ gets 2, AZapatos falling from the ceiling. Maybe thought that ball was coming down to the ground, but it was not. AJ's gonna get a second. Win the kickoff, quick camera check to guarantee it. Able to land and side flip over the top of the dash from AZapatos, whose low profile hitbox scoots right underneath the ball. aZapatos, can he bring this back to net? He's going to have to do it off the back of a reset. The 50 somehow. AJ keeps it out. How does that bounce not go in? There was so much net for it to bounce into. aZapatos. Surprising first goal. As AJ, well, I guess looking at AJ's perspective with no boost shouldn't have been too surprising. So he had to be very careful. He's unable to hold on. aZapatos and AJ doing a little back and forth. AJ throws the okay. Nah! aZapatos had the read on the fake kickoff and collects for an easy goal. The Sentio connection. aZapatos undercutting AJ on this wave dash kickoff means he will get possession and the midfield boost. What an interesting shot! Wait, what is this setup from aZapatos? Like a slightly canceled front flip or just to pop the ball? Oh my goodness, wait, what is that? He like wave dashed backwards. I have to watch it 6 more times. I have to watch it 6 more times. I don't know what happened there, but something crazy just happened. And it popped the ball up for a continuation over AJ. aZapatos, immediate pressure off the kickoff as he gets the ball to the back wall of AJ. He canceled the backflip while landing. Yeah, was it a backflip wave dash to pop the ball, just really close to the ground? Kept his momentum forward. Yeah, that was wild. We got to go back and watch that one too. We watched a quad reset, and now we got to watch whatever that wave dash shot just was. aZapatos bumping AJ, going to be enough to buy him a bit of time. AJ, big whiff, and no long shot available. aZapatos does have to pre-flip just to make sure that he is able to take advantage of that mistake and not just let AJ keep the ball. Power shot, demo attempt, not going to happen, so instead, aZapatos plays the possession. aZapatos now. Look at that flick! I mean, this is akin to the Moxie flick, the kind of power he gets. He goes right with it. Moxie has been trying to add that right flick into his arsenal, but, I mean, he's not hitting it like aZapatos is already. Maybe because aZapatos uses air roll right. Who knows? 5-2 for aZapatos. Trying to use his dash to catch back up in the back corner. AJ wall dashes underneath the play. Could not hold on to the ball to start a dribble. aZapatos uses both air rolls. Oh, well, there you go. Oh, aZapatos just handed over a absolute freebie. He was trying to collect the ball as he fell from the wall. And that just ain't it. Get ready to see another way to use wave dashes at Fear Fest. If that was it, that was pretty special. The backflip wave dash pop. Because that's what it was, right? It was so low to the ground, it was kind of hard to get a read on what kind of dash it was. AJ intercepted in the air. He's working his way back. Tons of time left still in this game. AJ mistouch on the bounce. Interesting decision from aZapatos, who had possession and now potentially an advantage. Just tap the ball directly into AJ's corner. Big miss by AJ. And big miss by aZapatos, who is going to get the bigger miss to finally let the other one score, though. You have to cancel the flip and do it a little earlier than a wave dash to get the front wheels off the ground and pop the ball. It definitely looked like he slightly canceled it, as well as maybe also using the ground to cancel. AJ take down the center of the field. Neither him nor Zapatos have much boost to work with. AJ trying to use the momentum of the ball to score, and he eventually gets his fifth. He forces Zapatos in and out of the net, and then brings it right back with a quick double jump after the side flip. Why do people only use one air roll instead of both? Wouldn't they want to use both? I think we will come to a day where everybody uses both. But I think because we're not too far off, too terribly far off from when they added the air roll option, like the directional air roll option to the game, people have been able to get away with only one. AJ, though, maybe about to win this game by exactly one. With 9 seconds left to go, the power slide cut to catch the ball surprises Zapatos. Zapatos led the majority of this game, but all that matters is who's leading in the final moments. AJ cannot stop Zapatos from getting this wall to air dribble. A setup that's so important. The 50. I think Zapatos can keep it up. He undercuts it. He puts it in. It'll be overtime in game number 3. A clutch moment for Zapatos. Decides in the heat of the moment to play it safe, pull off the ball, and go for the 50. And it works in his favor. He's able to follow up to tie the game. Zapatos trying to control this kickoff after losing it, and he has done exactly that. Will he take a full wall to air dribble? No, he's going to get above the ball, take it to the ground. AJ's going to watch as the ball flicks past him and gives Zapatos a game win. Zapatos can do it both directions. I was talking about that really strong flick to the right. Well, here he does it to the left and shows he's got the power there as well. 106 km per hour and a clutch 2 goals in the last minute from Zapatos to take the series lead. The trash talk in between the match. AJ is saying it's chalked with the Sentio. Zapatos wanted to know, is that good? To which AJ replied, no, for you. Oh, wait, I forget. I messed it up. I told the story terribly. But the point is, AJ is now in the Octane and does not believe in the Sentio vibes. I forget, Chad. I'm not reading the messages anymore, and they've instantly disappeared from my brain. But you know who was at danger of disappearing completely from this event today? Was Zapatos. After that first round against First Killer, a mentally weak player would chalk it up and would ride off the whole tournament, as Zapatos had a tough time. I guess he had that quad reset to hold his mind onto. But he has recovered greatly here in the Battle of the Sentios, up 2-1. AJ making the argument that it is now over since he has moved to the Octane. Zapatos still, though, with the lead early in this game number 4. If Zapatos was able to beat AJ, we might have one of our first tiebreaker type situations, something that we haven't had in any of the pools so far. All the pools have finished out very clean. The tiebreaker situations are as follows. Game wins are first to break a tiebreak, so you want to have a really good game differential. If you are tied in game differentials, secondly, the tiebreaker is broken by head-to-head. So every game matters. That's why it's relevant that Zapatos didn't grab a single game win against First Killer, and why AJ, who won 3 straight against Wisty, could be in a good position to win a tiebreaker if it were to come to that. But the only way I think that we have that issue is if Zapatos does win this series. If AJ can bring it back, I imagine we'll likely have both AJ and First Killer sitting at 2-0. AJ, dribble from the back corner, reset shot is low, and normally that means savable. But Zapatos cannot get it out. Ends up just redirecting it just inside the post. aZapatos, a quick shot after winning a kickoff. AJ, that flip was a mistake. In a race to a midfield that he was definitely going to lose. aZapatos is not 14 years old. Is he 16 now? I think he's definitely either 15 or 16. Can't remember if he turned 16. But he has been playing qualifiers for RLCS. He's currently LFT, looking for an RLCS team to join for this upcoming split. aZapatos going to collect the midfield and try and turn right back into the play. I thought maybe he would go back to net. And I don't know why I thought that, considering it is aZapatos, somebody who has held his head on being quite the little pest around the ball. Big touch here. Follow-up aZapatos forces into the blue half. Both him and AJ on no boost. aZapatos going to try and catch back up here to AJ in the corner. Doesn't stop AJ from getting this dribble over the top of aZapatos. It's a bump. I'm not sure if he planned on bumping him the whole way or if it just worked out the way aZapatos came to challenge, because AJ was still pretty decently behind the ball when the bump connected. The air dribble cringe. Yeah, I'm not even sure it was fully air dribble cringe. I think the way aZapatos went to get the save, he almost made it an air dribble bump more than it really was. Had he not come from that angle. aZapatos power sliding around this one. Delayed AJ enough for him to not score. aZapatos, very weak flick towards the end of that dribble. Flicks immediately on his 14 to put AJ in net. Now he's trying to, gets nothing though. He needed to get a ball touch and then the boost steal. That's what he was trying to get. He didn't get either. So now it's AJ the other way. AJ with the late touch to get aZapatos to miss. I want to watch it again from aZapatos' perspective to see what he saw here. I think he thought AJ would just take it to the ground, so he decided to turn and dunk him as he did, but instead AJ got one final touch. Now has a 2-goal lead. aZapatos able to wave dash to bump. AJ does it again. He's just being a bully, not letting him touch the ball. And now aZapatos has control. Trying to cut it behind AJ. Didn't get him to miss, though. The power slide chip was directly into AJ, and now the counterattack for a 7th. These power slides around the goal line haven't been able to get AJ to miss just yet. He's getting a good amount of movement on them. No surprise that against certain defenders, aZapatos likely turns those in for goals. Right now, AJ has the coverage on it. Three-goal lead for AJ. He tries to force aZapatos further into his net. Leaning back into this reset. It's going to cost him a lot of boost to get it there. The musty! Oh, it's just barely not in. And AJ throws the okay. He feels robbed from that one. But luckily for him, it was an extended attack that he had fully starved aZapatos. So aZapatos has no boost left to try and counterattack and punish AJ for the miss. aZapatos had a chance there. Had to play quickly and missed his long shot. Now a demo on AJ. Give be tons of time to respawn though. The ball bounces to the midfield. Great shot from aZapatos within 2. aZapatos does not want to go to a game 5. AJ has been able to reset mentally as he hops back into the octane. Missed wave dash for aZapatos, a bit of a rarity. AJ recognizing that was a poor setup. Has to jump immediately off the wall to cover it. Traded demo. It's going to be in favor of AJ for sure. Not only because he leads and it wastes a ton of time, but also the ball will be rolling right in front of him when he respawns. So 10 seconds left to go. Almost certainly we have an AJ win. That'll definitely secure it. 8-5. AJ ties the series at 2-2. One game left to decide the difference between these two guys. Will it be Zapatos and his Sentio, or is AJ in the Octane going to be too much? That's a great pogo. Game 5. AJ and Zapatos. AJ needs to win this to make his battle against First Killer be one for the pool. Zapatos maybe could get himself out of that last place contention with a win against AJ here. AJ tried to catch Zapatos, not in nets, but Zapatos makes it back. AJ off the volley. Zapatos recognizing that that shot was wide, going to steal his corner boost before AJ can take it from him, which would likely result in a possession for him, but he killed the bounce, which makes the challenge easy for AJ. Now, will Zapatos try and go the full field? Seems like he will. Pogo shot! Look at the shot from Zapatos! AJ has to throw the nice one. AJ thought he could steal it away from him as he comes to the ground, but Zapatos and his Sentio is so long as he takes the pogo shot. 111 km/h shot as that goes through the net. That is a powerful pogo shot. Zapatos, how aggressive will he be? We know how much he likes to stay on ball, even with low boost. Almost gets caught out. Can he get up to this one? He makes the first save. Oh, the bounce eventually goes in. Zapatos, he's playing from West servers. Probably looked like to him like he had another moment. You got the COD Zombies mystery box playstyle. I guess that must be because you can throw out stuff like quad resets and pogo shots at any moment. Chat, by the way, it's not a plan B. It's not a plan B, chat. It just isn't. Guys, I know what a plan B is for freestyling. When players take it to the ground, hop the ball with their car, and then aerial back to it as a secondary plan with infinite boost. Therefore, plan B. And then there's the pogo shot, often used in 1v1, in which the ball is sent directly at the net as the ball bounces off the car. And that's a pogo shot. They're different. Zapatos cannot get underneath this ball, so it's likely to result in an AJ possession. AJ demo buys himself a ton of time, and Zapatos, he has got one setting, and that setting is tackle, be a pest, dive on the ball. AJ knows it, so he pops it as soon as Zapatos gets anywhere close, and then rolls it in for a fourth. Zapatos cannot see AJ behind the ball. Takes a shot that leads to nowhere. Leads to this AJ dribble, if anything. Double reset for AJ. Now it's going to be all about making it back in time because he got so much movement off the ball. Can't protect the long shot, but he did recover nicely. AJ trying to match him. He saw the pogo shot. He's trying to learn it immediately. Zapatos faking the musty, going underneath. That's a great shot. And yeah, I expected AJ to give him a nice one because that is a really good fake. as AJ has no choice but to try and make that save high. Oh my goodness. We have an ad coming in. Let me make sure I can snooze it to make sure it doesn't happen in the middle of this game. AZapatos just faking it to make it look like he would go up to that ball. He wants it to come to the ground. AJ able to take it away. Missed touch. Far away from the net, so AZapatos able to kill it on the goal line safely and gain control. He only had so much boost to work with, so he does quickly lose it again. Still an impressive display of patience on the goal line. Now he's waiting for AJ to make a shot, and AJ kills the bounce, something that AZapatos did not expect. He thought for sure this ball would get a bit of height as AJ came to the ground, but no, it's a perfect kill. What a roll. And a 2-goal lead for AJ. Thank you for the prime, by the way, from D-Rockosaurus Rex. AZapatos putting this game back within 1. Winning that race to the back corner boost. AJ, 1-goal lead with 1:20 is not really a position you can play your lead too much, but he does play ultra safe here. Takes his sweet, sweet time before making a shot. And it's a classic air dribble cringe, one that I'm sure will get the chat moving. Wall-to air dribble is just never allowed from AZapatos. He does not want to let you have it, especially on kickoff situations. And in fact, AZapatos being so greedy means he picked up the midfield boost. That was a missed flick, certainly. He almost followed it up for a decent attempt. AJ out to the midfield to grab the 100 and then try and turn around and get back into play, but he had already put himself too far out. He prioritized stealing it from AZapatos, and then had to sit and stare at the ball thinking, what do I do now? There's no good touch for me to make. Before you know it, AZapatos is within 1. Skeletor 012, thank you for the brand new prime, by the way. AJ, can he cut this back to net? Should be no issue. AZapatos really launched himself out. If he doesn't double jump there, maybe there's a chance he lands and stops AJ from scoring a slow side flip, but not after he sent himself to the moon. Ooh, AJ, what a grab. That was a boost grab that iced the game. AZapatos needed that 100. Without it, I don't see a world in which he gains a possession and then puts in 2 goals. As AJ just looks to play a bit of keep away. Not going to win this race to the corner. AZapatos needed a long shot there, didn't get it. We'll have one more chance. Great catch. And a dribble for a 6. So 10 seconds for AZapatos to work with. We've seen him delay kickoffs in order to get quick ones before. We've seen him just stick to his wave dash kickoff. And it's been fruitful when he's needed it most. What will it be this time? Slight offset kickoff. Wave dash from both of them. AZapatos has the better one. Shoots immediately. Ties the game. AZapatos has had the ice in his veins. AJ has the audacity to meet AZapatos with his favorite kickoff at the midfield. AZapatos was born into the wave dash and proves it here in the final moments. Wave dash kickoff again for both of them. AZapatos another win. Can he keep it in the air on the way to the net? 0 seconds off the post. It hits the ground. Overtime in game number 5 between AJ and AZapatos. AJ's had enough of the wave dash kickoff. AZapatos has shown to have the edge there. AJ wins the race to the boost. AZapatos known to be greedy even after he loses the race. He trusts in his wave dash to catch him back up, but he did not catch up this time. And AJ off the ceiling to win the game. AJ throws the "you deserved it" more, but AJ is the one who gets it. An overtime win in Game 5. AJ undefeated against Zapatos in the Octane.